Good morning. Welcome back to the second part of my online catalog release party. I'm going to go through some of the in colors right now with you. So there's 5 new in colors. So the colors are Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, Bumblebee, Magenta Madness, which I always want to call Moonlight Madness, a Magenta Madness, and then we have Misty Moonlight. So those are the new colors. I'm just going to show you a few of the pages that you can find them on. So on page 150 is the In Color 6x6 Designer Series paper. So that is this one here. And I'm going to show you some samples of that. So that's 150. And I've printed off some samples so you could see them up close. So there's a dotted paper, a wood-looking paper, phrases on one sheet, and then there's almost like a right over here, almost like a fabric kind of sheet. So those are the new colors there. So I'll also show you a few more things that come in those colors. So on page 143, we have on the bottom of the page here, we have the in colors, so they're right there. And those are the pads, the stamp pads, the cardstock, the ink refills, and the blends. Currently we are unable to get the ink refills. Everything else is available except the ink refills. So I'll let you know when those come available. The next page is 144. So on this page we have the In Color Designer Series In Color Designer Series paper. Okay, that one's right there. Sorry, I've lost my place. Designer Series paper, the pads in the set, the 12 by 12 cardstock assortment, the cardstock assortment in the smaller sheets, and the markers. So that's all on that page. So that is 140. Sorry, that one's 144. So 143 and 144 have the colors on it. And what else do I want to show you from there? That's about it. Oh, and the enamel dots. So there's one more page with the colors, and I'll show you the page, and then I'll show you the enamel dots because I do have those here. So the enamel dots are down here at the bottom. So right here, and that's on page 158. And then I'll show you up close with those. So they're really, really pretty. Alright, so I'm going to show you some examples of my cards that I made and which stamp sets I used. So this one is Just Jade. And what stamp set I used for that one is the Back on Your Feet stamp set. So that was Just Jade. We have a fox, and that one's the Cinnamon Cider. And I used the Wildly Happy stamp set for that one. Alrighty. And the next color is Bumblebee. So Bumblebee, I use this stamp set here. And that was the special someone stamp set. And then I use the Misty Moonlight. And that is the Beautiful Moments stamp set. And the last color I did was the Magenta Madness. So that's that color there. And I used the Timeless Tulip stamp set for that one. So I'm just going to go through those again, just so you can have another quick look at them. So that one is the Magenta Madness. And that one's the Bumblebee. That one's the Cinnamon Cider. And that one's the Just Jade. So the other thing I used on this is the In Color 6x6 Designer Series paper. So that's what I showed you in the first. So that's a lot of fun to use. They're really pretty colors. And I can't even tell you which one's my favorite because I started using them. I really like the Just Jade. I like the Just Jade, and I like the Misty Moonlight. Oops. Misty Moonlight. But the other three colors are really pretty. So the Honeybee one is the Bumblebee. The Bumblebee one is a really pretty yellow. It's really dark. The Cinnamon Cider is a beautiful brown tone. It reminds me of a tone we had a few years ago that everybody kept asking me for after it went out. People kept calling me and asking me if I had any more of it. So that's another great color. And the Magenta Madness. So that one's also, it's a very pretty pink. It's a bright pink. And it's, I don't know, it's a very bright, pretty pink. I really like that one. And I think that's all we have for the samples. So the two questions I have for the scavenger hunt are, name the 5 new in colors. And what color palette is shown with the stamp lasts a lifetime? So if you could give me the color palette of that lasts a lifetime and name the 5 new in colors. That's great. And I will see you around 1 p.m. I'll have my next, we're going to go through the Jar of Flowers. So I bought the Jar of Flowers stamp set. It did come in our pre-order. I wasn't going to buy it because it wasn't my favorite stamp set. But I did buy it, and it's actually beautiful. So that's what we'll go through at 1 o'clock. Thanks for joining me.